My child, are you prepared for what is to come? Take a deep breath, for the chapter of your life that has defined you for so long is now drawing to a close. A new season is upon you, one that will test the very foundations of your faith and challenge you in ways you have not yet experienced. For many years, you have walked a path that felt unending. It was a season of profound learning, though you may not have recognized it as such. I allowed certain trials and tribulations to enter your life, not to harm you, but to teach you. Every moment of pain you endured, every tear you shed in the lonely hours of the night, every loss that left a void in your heart, and every long, agonizing moment of waiting, none of it was without purpose. I was meticulously shaping your character in the silence, chiseling away the parts of you that were not strong enough for the journey ahead. When you thought I was absent, I was your silent sculptor. When the storms of life raged around you and you felt deafened by the noise, I was speaking to you through the thunder, revealing my power. When you felt utterly alone, convinced that no one in the world understood your struggle, I was the unseen companion walking beside you, step for step. I have never, not for a single fraction of a second, left your side. I know there were countless times when you looked at your life and felt a deep sense of unfairness. You cried out to me, asking why I would take away the people and things you loved so dearly. You questioned why promising doors would slam shut just as you were about to step through them, leaving you in darkness and confusion. What you could not see then, my child, was my hand of protection. I closed those doors because the paths they led to would have ultimately led to your destruction. I shielded you from certain opportunities and relationships because they were not pure. They would have corrupted the beautiful destiny I have planned for you. I removed certain individuals from your circle because their presence, though comforting at the time, was blocking the greater blessings I had in store. I made you wait, not to frustrate you, but because the timing was not yet perfect for the unfolding of my promises. And in those moments of deep despair, when you cried out to me from the depths of your darkness, I was there, standing so close that my hand was upon your soul, offering comfort that you could not feel but that sustained you nonetheless. Now, my beloved child, a new era is dawning. The old structures of your life are beginning to crumble and fall away. Everything that no longer serves your divine purpose is being systematically removed. Do not be afraid of the great shaking that is coming. It will not be limited to your own life. The very earth will tremble. The hearts of humanity will be shaken with fear and uncertainty, and nations will be thrown into turmoil. In this global instability, many will lose their footing and fall into chaos. But you, my child, I call you to stand still, to anchor yourself in the unwavering truth that I am God. Those who have chosen to walk in intimate fellowship with me will find refuge and safety under the shadow of my wings. I will be your impenetrable shelter in the midst of the storm. While the world descends into confusion, seeking answers from fallible leaders and broken systems, my voice will be a clear and steady guide for those who have trained their hearts to listen. Many will be tempted to run after the fleeting security of worldly things, money, power, and temporary comforts. But I urge you, keep your gaze fixed firmly on me. I will grant you the discernment to distinguish what is real from what is a lie, what is eternal from what is temporary. The world as you know it is on the verge of a profound transformation. Power structures will shift and collapse. The truth that has been hidden will rise to the surface with undeniable clarity, and a pervasive darkness will attempt to blanket everything in its shadow. But you must remember this: the darkness can never and will never defeat my light. My light is infinitely stronger. Even if the world were to burn, my light would continue to shine brightly through my children. You are one of those children, a bearer of my light. You were chosen not for your perfection or your flawless record, but because of the simple, powerful posture of your heart. You said yes to me when so many others turned away. You allowed me to enter the sacred space of your heart when many had barricaded theirs with fear and pride. You made the courageous choice to believe in my promises even when your circumstances showed no evidence of them. That unwavering faith, my child, moved my heart in ways you cannot comprehend. In the countless nights you thought I was silent, I was a witness to your tears. I saw your pain, and I recorded every drop in my book of remembrance. None of your suffering was in vain. I am now in the process of turning every ounce of your pain into a powerful purpose. I am transforming every loss into a new and resilient strength, and every disappointment into a divine redirection toward a future far greater than you could have imagined. My beloved one, I am about to do something entirely new in your life. It will not conform to your expectations or fit into the neat boxes you have constructed. My ways will surprise you and leave you in awe. The day is coming when you will look back upon your journey and finally understand the reasons for the long seasons of waiting. You will see with perfect clarity why certain relationships did not work out and why certain dreams did not come to fruition. You will recognize that what you perceived as a frustrating delay was, in reality, my loving protection. I kept you hidden from the public eye for a season because I was preparing you for a role of greater significance, a platform that required deeper maturity and strength. Now the time of your revealing is at hand. I will bring you out from the shadows and place you exactly where you belong. I will open doors for you that no man can shut, and I will permanently close doors that you must never again attempt to enter. Your task is simple. Trust my hand, even when you cannot comprehend my master plan. You will see many hearts around you fail, consumed by fear and despair, because they built their lives on the shifting sands of worldly foundations, finances, careers, and the approval of others. But you, my child, have built your foundation on the solid rock of my eternal truth. You may have been shaken by the storms, but you were never destroyed. You may have felt broken into a million pieces, but you were never abandoned. Every single time you fell, it was my hand that lifted you back to your feet. Every time you cried out in anguish, I was listening intently. Every time you felt empty and depleted, I filled you with my spirit. Even in your moments of weakness when you sinned and fell short, my forgiveness was immediate and complete. Even when you turned away from me, distracted by the world, I waited patiently for your return, because you are mine. I mocked you with my unconditional love long before you took your first breath. I knew you intimately before the world even knew your name, and I have never for a moment regretted choosing you. There is a fierce battle raging in the spiritual realm, a conflict you cannot see with your physical eyes. Countless forces of darkness have arrayed themselves against you, fiercely opposing you because they recognize the great destiny I have placed upon your life. But they cannot and will not win for a simple, unchangeable reason. I am with you. You have been protected in ways you are not even aware of. There were numerous times you were on the brink of destruction, and I dispatched my angels to stand as a shield between you and the enemy's attack. The very fact that you are alive today, reading these words, is because I have decreed that you must live. Your purpose on this earth is far from finished. The enemy has tried relentlessly to break your mind with anxiety and confusion, to break your body with sickness and fatigue, and to break your faith with doubt and discouragement. But look at yours. You are still standing. And because you still stand, you are positioned to witness my glory in a way you never have before. Child, I need you to be ready. The events that are coming will shake the entire earth in an unprecedented way. The era of comfortable, complacent living is ending. The time for a great awakening is here. Many hearts that have been asleep will be jolted awake, their eyes open to the truth for the first time. The masks that people have worn for years will fall away, revealing what lies beneath. Many who sit in positions of great power and leadership will be brought down, and many who have been silenced and overlooked will rise up and speak my words with a holy fire. I will pour out my spirit upon all those who truly love me, and they will perform wonders in my name. Signs and miracles will follow my people, confirming my presence with them. But with this great move of my spirit will also come great persecution. The world will mock and ridicule those who stand for me, but I will stand with them, vindicating them and empowering them. Those who remain faithful through these trials will witness my power in a way that generations before them only dreamed of. Do not be afraid of the things you will see and hear in the coming days. Reports of famines, wars, and widespread chaos will increase. But understand this: these events are not meant to destroy you. They are part of a larger plan to bring a lost and broken world back to me. I will use everything, even the storms and the chaos, to ultimately fulfill my divine purposes. When you see a deep darkness beginning to cover the earth, do not retreat into a corner and hide in fear. Instead, I want you to draw closer to me than ever before. I will guide you through every uncertain step. I will grant you a wisdom that surpasses human understanding. When others are consumed by confusion, I will give you a supernatural peace that guards your heart and mind. When others are lost in a sea of panic, my presence will be a radiant light that illuminates your path in the darkest of times. Remember, my child, the world will constantly try to pull you back into its ways of thinking and living. It will dangle glittering distractions before your eyes, but you must know that behind all that glitter lies a profound and desolate emptiness. The world will offer you quick and easy comforts, but they are fleeting and will never satisfy the deep longing of your soul. Only my presence can truly fill the void in your heart. Therefore, seek me above all else. Make me your first priority. Cultivate a habit of praying in the silence, of talking to me as you go about your day. Learn to listen for my whisper in the stillness of your heart. I do not speak through the loud, chaotic noise of the world, but through the gentle quietness of a soul at rest. When you quiet your mind from the endless chatter of worries and distractions, you will begin to hear my voice with greater clarity. When you learn to trust my timing instead of forcing your own, you will see my hand at work in miraculous ways. When you finally let go of your need to control every outcome, you will witness my incredible power move on your behalf. I know your every struggle. I am aware of all your unanswered questions. I know the moments when you have doubted your own worth and abilities. I know how often you have felt weak, weary, and utterly exhausted. I know how many times you have been on the verge of giving up. But look at you now. You did not give up. You kept putting one foot in front of the other. You kept believing in me, even when you couldn't understand my ways. You kept the tiny flame of your faith alive in the midst of hurricane-force winds. And it is precisely for this reason that you will see my promises come to pass in your life. I am going to turn your personal story into a powerful testimony. People will look at your life and see the undeniable evidence of my hand upon you. They will wonder how you managed to survive the trials that would have broken others. And you will be able to say with confidence, "It is only because God was with me." I am not a God who makes half promises. What I have spoken, I will bring to pass. My word never returns to me empty or void. Even if the heavens and the earth were to pass away, my word will still stand for all eternity. Every single promise I have made to you is still alive and active. Some may seem dormant, as if they are sleeping, but they will awaken and manifest at the exact right time. Do not for a moment think that I have forgotten you. I have been working diligently behind the scenes, orchestrating events and aligning people in your favor. You cannot see the full picture yet, but soon you will. What appeared to you as a delay was actually my divine preparation. What looked like a painful ending was, in fact, the beginning of something far better. What seemed like the death of a dream will bring forth an abundant new life. Those who place their trust in me will never be put to shame. The world may laugh at your faith now, but soon they will witness who I am. I am the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. I am the one who writes the final chapter of every story, and no man, no power, no demonic spirit can ever stop my plan. I am coming like a refining fire, not to destroy my children, but to cleanse the earth. I will remove that which is evil and corrupt. I will lift up that which is pure and righteous. I will restore everything that the enemy has stolen. I will bring justice where there has been great injustice. I will reveal the truth where there has been pervasive deception. Nothing will remain hidden any longer. Every secret will be brought into the light. My child, in this season, you must learn the profound beauty of stillness. When you react too quickly out of emotion, you often create more trouble than you solve. Many times, if you would simply learn to wait, to breathe, and to be still before me, you would see that the storm passes on its own. The intense anger you felt will naturally fade. The fear that seemed like an insurmountable giant will shrink to a manageable size. The pain that felt as if it would last forever will soften with the passing of time. Time, under my guidance, is a powerful healer. Your human eyes often see temporary situations as permanent realities, but nothing you are experiencing right now will last forever. Everything in this material world is temporary by its very nature. Your successes, your failures, your joys, your pains, all of them are like clouds passing through the sky. They come and then they go. But I, the one who created the sky, remain forever. This is why you must not attach your heart too deeply to any earthly thing. Love people, yes. Care for them deeply. Enjoy the blessings I provide for you, but do not build the foundation of your peace upon them. When you depend on temporary things for your happiness will also be temporary. When you depend on me, your peace will be eternal. I am the foundation that can never be shaken. When you build your life upon me, no storm can ever destroy you. There will be times when life feels incredibly hard. There will be days when you simply cannot understand why something has happened. You will feel anger, fear, or profound sadness. But in those moments, I want you to remember that nothing lasts forever. Even your sadness will pass. Even your loneliness will pass. Hold on tightly to me as you walk through the darkness. The light always returns. I have created life to function in cycles. Night is always followed by day. Winter inevitably gives way to spring. Seasons of tears are often followed by seasons of laughter, which in turn can lead back to moments of sorrow and then back to smiles. You must learn to flow with these natural cycles instead of constantly fighting against them. When you learn to flow with life, you will find a deep and abiding peace. When you resist the flow of life, you create your own suffering. I do not want you to live in constant fear of what might come. I want you to live in a state of radical trust. When you truly trust me, you no longer feel the need to react to everything that happens around you. You will have a deep, inner knowing that every single event, whether good or bad, is under my sovereign control. You will understand that even the things that look terrible on the surface have a hidden purpose. Even the people who have hurt you deeply were, in some way, part of a greater plan that will ultimately lead to your spiritual growth and maturity. The moment you fully accept this truth, your heart will find a profound freedom. Nothing will be able to control you anymore. Not fear, not anger, not even pain. Because you will know that all things come and go, but I remain with you always. Remember this, my child. The world is in a state of constant flux. What people celebrate today, they will completely forget by tomorrow. What seems vitally important right now will mean nothing in a few years. The glory of man fades as quickly as a flower in the scorching sun. So do not waste your precious energy reacting to what people say or do. Stop trying to please everyone or prove your worth to them. I know your heart. I see your true intentions. That is all that matters. Let others speak what they want. Let them judge you. Their words are as powerless as the wind. They will pass and be forgotten. Your peace is far too precious to be squandered over temporary noise. Keep your eyes fixed on me. When you walk with me, you do not need the approval of anyone else. Sometimes, I will lead you through long seasons of silence. This is not because I am far from you, but because I am teaching you the vital spiritual discipline of patience. It is in the soil of patience that your soul finds its maturity. When you learn to wait without succumbing to fear, you learn to trust me completely. Reacting excessively to life's circumstances is a clear sign that you have not yet learned to trust me fully. When you truly believe that I am working all things together for your good behind the scenes, you will no longer feel the desperate need to control everything. You will begin to rest in the perfect rhythm of my timing. You will stop striving and chasing. You will stop worrying. You will simply walk in a state of quiet peace, confident in my care for you. My beloved, the reason you must be ready for anything is because life can change in the space of a single breath. You may wake up one morning to find that the things you have always relied on are suddenly gone. The people you were certain would be with you forever may leave. The path you thought was clear and straight may suddenly become blocked. If your heart is deeply attached to these things, you will suffer greatly when they change. But if your heart is firmly rooted in me, you will not be moved. You will cry, yes, because you are human and loss is painful. But after the tears have subsided, you will stand up again, stronger, wiser, and with a deeper connection to me than ever before. This is why you must always be ready. Not ready in a fearful anticipation of loss, but ready in a peaceful acceptance of change. When you truly understand that nothing in this world is permanent, you stop holding on to things so tightly. And when you stop holding on so tightly, you discover true, unshakable peace. Child, hold my hand tightly now. This is the time to be strong in your spirit. Feed your soul daily with my word. Do not run after the approval of men. Run after me. Do not be anxious about tomorrow, for tomorrow is already held securely in my hands. Your only job is to trust me today. Let go of the past completely. Forgive every person who has ever hurt you. Free your heart from the heavy chains of anger and fear. I cannot pour my new blessings into a heart that is already filled with old wounds. Let me heal you. Let me make you whole again. I am your Father, your closest friend, your healer, and your creator. I am everything you will ever need. You have walked through the fire, and now you will walk in my peace. You have been in the deepest darkness, and now you will see my glorious light. You have been broken, and now you will be made stronger than you ever thought possible. You have been tested, and now you will be rewarded for your faithfulness. The enemy will bitterly regret ever touching you, because for everything he tried to destroy in your life, I will multiply it back to you. I will restore to you double for every loss you have suffered. You will laugh again. You will dance again. You will love again. Your heart will be filled with a new and profound joy. You will walk into a season of peace so deep that no person and no circumstance can ever take it away from you. Child, do not look back. The past is gone forever. I am doing something new. Even if you cannot see it with your natural eyes, it is already happening in the spiritual realm. You will soon begin to see the signs of its manifestation. Do not compare your life to the lives of others. Your journey is uniquely different because your calling is unique. Some people will not understand you or your path, and that is okay. They are not meant to understand it. I am your guide. Follow the sound of my voice. I will lead you to still waters. I will feed your spirit with my peace. When you feel lost, just call my name. I am never far away. I am closer to you than your own breath. I love you more than you can possibly understand. My love for you does not change based on your performance. You do not have to earn it. Your only responsibility is to receive it. Even when you fail, my love for you remains exactly the same. Even when you run from me, my arms remain wide open, waiting for your return. Come back to me whenever you feel weak. I will never reject you. I do not love you because you are strong. I love you because you are mine. When you fully grasp this truth, you will find true freedom. You will stop trying to prove yourself to me and to others, and you will simply learn to rest in my unending grace. Soon, you will see the heavens move on your behalf. Doors that have been locked for years will swing open before you. The right people will come into your life who will lift you higher and champion your cause. Opportunities will arise that you never expected. Your enemies will be forced to watch in silence as I bless you openly. You will become a living, breathing example of my faithfulness. The battle you fought through tears will end in shouts of praise. The long night you spent in pain will turn into a joyful morning. Your greatest test will become your most powerful testimony. Your story will inspire countless others. When these blessings begin to flow, stay humble. Never forget where you came from. Always remember that it was my hand and my hand alone that lifted you up. Use your success to help others, not to display your own power. Love people, even the ones who have done you wrong. Bless those who have cursed you. That is how you will shine my light in a dark world. The world is desperate for love, and you, my child, will be my light bearer. When you walk in love, you walk in me. And when you walk in me, nothing can stand against you. Every moment that comes to you is a lesson. Some moments bring joy while others bring pain, but both are gifts. Joy teaches you gratitude. Pain teaches you wisdom. When you face difficulties, know that they are not sent to destroy you, but to train your soul to be strong. If everything in life were easy, you would never grow. If every path were smooth, you would never learn to find your balance. I allow certain storms to come into your life so that you may learn the power of inner calmness. True peace is not found when everything around you is still. True peace is found when you are still, even when everything around you is in chaos. Many people live in a state of constant reaction. They allow every small event to dictate their emotions. When something good happens, they are filled with pride. When something bad happens, they fall into despair. They allow their hearts to be tossed about like leaves in the wind. But I am calling you to be different. I am calling you to be like a great tree planted by the guthers, strong, deeply rooted, and unmoved by the fiercest of storms. When the winds of adversity blow, you may bend, but you will not break, because your roots are firmly planted in me. I have watched my children break their own hearts over temporary things. They cry over a past that cannot be changed. They live in fear of a future they cannot control, and in doing so, they completely miss the beauty of the present moment. They react to every little thing. They let the words of others wound them deeply. They let fear paralyze them from moving forward. They let their own expectations steal their joy. My child, this is not the abundant life I created for you. I created you to be free, free from anxiety, free from fear, and free from dependence on things you cannot control. When you learn that nothing in this life lasts forever, you will stop fighting against the natural flow of life. You will begin to see the beauty in every moment, even in the hard ones, because you will know that I am working all things together for your ultimate good. Do not react too much to anything you see or hear. Many times, what looks bad is actually a blessing in disguise. Many times, what looks like a devastating loss is actually the beginning of something far greater. When you react too quickly, you miss my purpose. You judge the situation prematurely. You decide that something is wrong, but later on you will realize that it was the right thing all along. Be patient. Wait for my timing. I see the whole picture. You only see a tiny fragment. If you trust my plan, you will find rest for your soul. If you do not, you will continue to run in anxious circles. Every time something happens in your life, you have two choices. You can react or you can respond. Reacting is driven by raw, unchecked emotion. Responding is guided by divine wisdom. When you react, you are letting your feelings control you. When you respond, you are letting my spirit lead you. I am calling you to be a responder, not a reactor. Before you speak or act, take a moment to pause. Take a deep breath and remember that I am God and I am in control. When you center yourself in me, your words and actions will be filled with my peace, not your fear. Those who learn to control their reactions hold the key to true power. The world will constantly try to test you. People will say things designed to hurt you. Circumstances will arise that trigger your deepest emotional wounds. But you must not give your power away by reacting. When you remain calm in the face of chaos, you rise above it. You demonstrate to the world that you belong to me, not to its frantic systems. My son walked through a storm of insults, betrayal, and immense pain, but he never once lost his inner peace. That is the kind of strength I want you to carry. True strength is silent, steady, and peaceful. It has no need to prove itself to anyone. My beloved one, always remember this. Nothing in this world is yours to keep forever, not even your own physical body. Only your soul, which belongs to me, is eternal. Live with gratitude for every blessing I give you, but do not grieve for too long when something comes to an end. Endings are not punishments. They are simply doorways to new beginnings. I close one chapter of your life only to open another, more beautiful one. You cannot hold on to the old and receive the new at the same time. Let go. Trust me. Stay ready. Be ready to love. Be ready to lose. Be ready to learn. Be ready to change. Life will test you, but my grace will always be sufficient to keep you. When the storms of life come, simply breathe and remember this promise. This too shall pass. When moments of joy come, rejoice in them fully, but do not cling to them. Let life flow through you like the wind through the trees. Be a present, be peaceful, be still, be mine. I am your only constant. In a world defined by change, I am the only one who lasts forever.